Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Yoga for Skaters. My name is Ace, your friend in yoga and off skates training. And today I have a spring slow flow for us to move through together. So, as the season changes, there's an opportunity, right? So what we're going to do in our practice here today is we are going to flow. We'll build a little bit of heat. We're going to be focusing on transitions from hips forward to hips open. And we're also just going to be taking a little more time in these poses to feel your body, maybe notice what your heart and your mind need throughout these next moments of our practice. So let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. So you can bring those big toes together, lengthen the arms way out in front, and then just let the forehead rest gently on your mat if that feels comfortable. You could also rest the forehead on a block or a pillow. And then from here, take a deep inhale, send that breath down the length of the spine. And as you exhale, just notice where you can soften. Nice. Take another breath here, inhaling. And exhaling. So as you settle onto your mat today, and as we think about the shift in the season, take a moment to just take inventory and notice if there's anything in the mind, the heart, the body that you can let go of during our practice here today. I invite you to let it go. And so you may take this moment to set an intention of what you'd like to let go of through this practice. Or if there's something else you're focusing on, you can use this moment to set an intention around that as well. Beautiful. On your next inhale, go ahead and shift forward, pull your way into tabletop position. So we've got those shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. And then nice and slow, we'll find some cat-cows. So starting with your inhale, go ahead and tip the pelvis forward. Start to arch the spine, bring that arching up the length all the way so your gaze looks at the sky. And then as you exhale, reverse that action, tucking the chin, drawing the ribs together, rounding the mid-back, rounding the low back. Good. And then again, 2 more times with your breath. And knowing that this slow flow practice is our opportunity to feel our way in and out of the postures. We move fast from day to day throughout the day, so sometimes it's nice to just take a moment to notice. Are there any patterns of movement that maybe need a little extra care or attention today? And then once you're done that third cat-cow, go ahead and find your way back to your neutral spine. I'm just going to shift around here so that we can keep an eye on each other. So from your tabletop position, go ahead and extend your right leg straight out to the side. And we're going to find these shifts. So go ahead and just push the hips back towards that left heel and then shift forward. Nice. So just like we did with those cat-cows, let the shifts be slow. Feel your way through. Take notice of what you feel, where you feel it. Nice. And then as you're ready, go ahead and sink back, hips towards that left heel, and then walk the fingertips a little bit further forward. Nice. And if you'd like to, you can walk the hands to the left, stacking that right hand on the left hand, relaxing the forehead in between the arms. Take an inhale here. Beautiful. And then go ahead and walk those hands back through center. Draw your way forward. And then we'll bring that right knee back under the right hip and we'll set up for the second side. So that left leg goes long out to the side. And then take your time. You're shifting back and shifting forward. Perfect. Shifting back, taking your time. If your shifts are slower than mine, that's great. If your shifts are a little quicker, that's fine too. You're moving with your body, finding your rhythm, what feels good for you today. Go ahead and sink it back. We'll find that hold and that little side bend. So walking the hands forward to start. And then if it feels nice in your body, walk your way to the right, stacking the left hand on top of the right. And then just relaxing the head in between the arms, feeling through the left side body, the left inner thigh. Perfect. And then walking your way back through center. Draw your way forward. Perfect. And then replace that left knee right back under the left hip. Beautiful. So we've got the inner thigh, the groin there. We're just going to find those outer hips and then we'll get going with our flow. So to start from here, go ahead and bend your left elbow, send those hips to the right. Perfect. Inhale through center, bend the right elbow, send the hips to the left. Nice. So just laterally shifting the pelvis from side to side. Maybe checking in with that side body, that space between the ribs and the pelvis. Nice. We'll take one more time to this last side. Perfect. Yeah. And then find your center here in tabletop position, taking a moment just to feel the big toes reaching towards the back of the mat. Index fingers reaching towards the front edge of the mat. Nice. There's tone through the core. The ribs are drawing together and down. The head and the neck are an extension of the mid back and the low back. And then as you're ready, go ahead and tuck the toes, lift the hips, and we'll make our way up and back to downward facing dog. So a moment in down dog, inhaling and exhaling. Same thing here. Maybe just taking a moment to notice, how do the big toes feel? What is the contact point for those index fingers? Yeah, and on your next inhale, go ahead and reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. As you exhale, stack the hips, bend that right knee, and open up that hip and take a moment here. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, reach that right leg straight up and back. And as you exhale, go ahead and step forward. Right foot steps in between the hands. We're going to come right into our first high lunge. So taking those arms up overhead. If you need a little bend in that back knee, go ahead and take it for now. Perfect. And then inhaling to root down. Exhaling to lengthen through the fingertips. Nice. Take one more inhale in this high lunge. And then on your exhale, go ahead and spiral the back heel down. We're going to open up into Warrior Two. Nice. Take an inhale here in your Warrior Two. And exhale. Nice. Again, a little more time in these standing postures or all of our shapes here today in our slow flow. And as you're here, you've got an opportunity to connect with the floor. You've got an opportunity to find some length through the crown of the head. And additionally, you've got this chance to check in with what do you need to let go of to be able to find those connections, to be able to find that lightness and that lift. Beautiful. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, go ahead and cartwheel the arms down either side of that right foot. We'll pop the left heel up. Go ahead and bend into that left knee. Inhale, rise up for your low lunge. Yeah. Taking an inhale here in your low lunge. Again, considering that connection between the back shin, the bottom of the front foot and your mat, as well as thinking of that connection between what's going on in your mind and how that can help ease tension through the body and allow some lightness for a little lift. Good. On your next exhale, draw the palms together at your heart. We're going to twist left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Yeah. So just a gentle twist here. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, one more inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and unwind. Bring the hands to either side of that right foot. We'll take one shift back to that half split, feeling through the right hamstring. Good. And then next inhale, shift forward. Go ahead and place the hands down, and we'll step right back to downward facing dog. Inhale in your down dog. And exhale. Yeah, so as if we never visited the right side, check in with the big toes, check in with the index fingers. Next inhale, left leg goes up and back. Go ahead and stack the hips, bend the left knee, and you're opening up for that three-legged dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Yeah, one more inhale. And as you exhale, extend that left leg, step it in between the hands. We're rising up for that high lunge on the second side. Inhale up. And then exhale, settle in. Yeah, in these slow flow classes, we have an opportunity to find the end shape, right? When we move quick, we don't have as much time to get to that finished shape. So here, give yourself the chance to feel your way into it and then enjoy the sensations that come along with your range of motion, with your postures. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, same thing second side. Go ahead and spiral that right heel down. We'll open up into warrior two on the second side. Perfect. And then finding those breaths. Yeah. And then noticing where the tension is, maybe where there's weight. And then from that mind's eye, can you intentionally let go and just see how that changes the tone of the pose? Yeah, one more inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll cartwheel those arms down. Go ahead and pop that back heel up. And we'll set up for that low lunge on the second side. Inhale, rise up. Perfect. Exhale, find that length. Yeah. And so whatever words or guidance is supportive for you, can you start to let that be your inner narrator? Yeah. On your next exhale, draw the palms together at your heart. We're going to twist right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Perfect. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Yeah, one more breath in this twist. As you exhale, go ahead and unwind. And just a brief moment in this half split. Yeah, extending the hips back, bringing the toes towards the shin. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and shift back, step it back to downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale here. And exhale. So similar, but a little bit of A few changes to this next round. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, stack the hips, bend the right knee. Yeah. As you're ready, step that right foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise up for your high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Yeah. Take an inhale in warrior two. And as you exhale, straighten that front leg, and we'll set up for triangle. So the hips shift back, torso lengthens forward, and then bringing the right hand to the right shin, or maybe to the ground behind you. Yeah, left arm to the sky if that feels all right. Beautiful. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, finding that tone through the core, using the floor to help you rise up. Yeah. And then from here, transitioning back to that high lunge. So front knee bends, ball of the back foot pivots. Inhale up for that high lunge. And then exhale, coming into your twist in that high lunge. Perfect. Inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and unwind. From here, straighten that front leg. Step the back foot up for a moment in pyramid pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, go ahead and plant the hands. Step back to your downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale in down dog. Exhale in down dog. Beautiful. Same thing, second side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, stack the hips, bend the left knee. Inhaling here. And as you're ready, go ahead and step your way through to that high lunge with the left foot in the front. Yeah, I'm just going to spin around. Inhaling in your high lunge. Exhaling, opening up to your warrior two. Inhaling in warrior two. Exhaling, relax the shoulders. Next inhale, lengthen through that left leg. Yeah, setting up Trikonasana or triangle pose on this second side. Right arm to the sky, left hand to that shin or the floor behind you. And so as we go slow, you may even notice more muscle contraction, right? We've got to contract the muscles for longer to make these transitions. So taking a moment here just to check in with the bottoms of the feet. Are they using the ground to find some tone all the way up the length of the leg? Inhale here. Exhale, finding that core. Push the floor away. Find your way up. Perfect. And then we transition into that high lunge from here. So a little sweep of the right arm as you pivot on the ball of that right foot. Inhale. And then exhale, palms together. Bring the right elbow to the outside of that left knee for our twist. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And then go ahead and unwind, straightening that left leg, stepping the right foot up for a moment in pyramid pose. Yeah. So those hips pointing straight ahead, toes, or left toes anyway, pointing straight ahead. A little angle of the back toes is okay. Yeah, take another inhale here. And as you exhale, plant the hands, soften the legs, step right back to that downward facing dog. Yeah. Full inhale here in down dog. full exhale. Next inhale. Go ahead and start to walk the hands back towards the feet. And we'll come into a nice, easy forward fold. Go ahead and grab opposite elbows. Just let the head and the neck hang here. And if you want to bend the knees and shift the hips from side to side, you can do that. Beautiful. Nice work with those standing poses. We've got another transition here for those open hips to close hips. So let's go ahead and find our way to standing. On your next inhale, halfway lift, straight legs, flat back. We are at the back of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, go ahead and reach up, look up. And from here, go ahead and find a little back bend, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lengthening the heart. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, just let those arms float down. All right, so we're going to step into a nice wide stance here. So go ahead and find your way to the middle of the mat. Take the feet nice and wide, perfect. And so your toes are going to start pointing straight ahead, right? We're going to take a moment in this wide stance. Inhale, take a look up. And then exhale, send the hips back, coming into your forward fold. Yeah. And as you're ready, go ahead and relax the hands, walking the heels of the hands back towards the heels of the feet. Maybe the forehead coming towards your mat. Perfect. And then if you like a little shift from side to side, you can do that. Yeah. And then go ahead and walk those hands back underneath the shoulders. And so we'll start to find these shifts. We're going to pivot on the heels for these shifts. So first, we'll shift to the left, and you can kind of open those left toes and flip the right toes up. Yeah. And then staying nice and low, go ahead and walk your way over to the other side. Yeah, and just take a few times to walk side to side. And if the heel goes down of the bent knee, great. If it doesn't, no worries at all. You're feeling your way from side to side. And then go ahead, make your way back to that right side. Yes. And we'll take a moment to hold from here. Finding that breath. If this is very challenging, you can use the hands as much as you need, okay? So then from here, we're going to find that shift, all right? So we're going to shift into a low lunge. So those hands can stay on the inside of that right foot. We'll be pivoting on the ball of the right foot and then onto the ball of the left foot. So here we go. Find that pivot so that we're in this lizard lunge, I should say. Yeah. And then from here, planting that left hand, inhale, reach the right arm up. And as you exhale, you can reach back for the quad stretch if you're needing that in your practice today, or just take that moment with the rotation, with the heart opener. And then go ahead and release that back foot if you've got it, bringing the right hand back around. So tucking the back toes, we're going to reverse it. So you'll tuck the back toes and then you're pivoting on this right heel so that the right toes come forward, and then you can pop yourself back up into that Skandasana on the right. And then here we go. Let's go ahead and shift it to the left. Find that transition. Ball of the right foot, heel of the left foot to find your way into that lizard. Perfect. Right hand helps you anchor. Left arm reaches up for the twist. And then, if you like, find that quad stretch on this side. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah. Inhaling. And exhaling. Beautiful. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, go ahead and unwind, bringing the left hand back to the inside of that left foot, tucking the right toes. Here we go, pivoting on the left heel, pivoting on the ball of the right foot, and we're back to this side. So we're going to go side to side through that little series, and I want you to flow at your pace. So I'll talk us through it, but then we'll just have some time to move. So we'll shift to the right. Yeah. Shift into lizard. Inhale into twist or quad stretch. And then reverse it. Yeah. So we shift to the left. We pivot around to lizard. We inhale up to a twist. And then exhale to reverse it all. Yeah. So go ahead at your pace here. And if any of the movements in this little flow don't feel good, just find another one or omit it, right? What feels good in your body today is going to be different than what feels good in your body maybe tomorrow. And it's definitely going to feel different than what feels good in anybody else's body. And then when it comes to finding lightness, if we can stay connected to what's happening in our own bodies, our own experience, right? Without comparing, without judging, we can actually learn so much. So much. We can learn so much that can help us navigate new situations and experiences. All right, so go ahead and finish your last side. Yeah, and then we'll find our way back into that nice wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment, feeling through that forward fold once again. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Let's go ahead and walk our way over to the right, pivoting right toes forward, and just step back to a high plank position. Inhale in that high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment in down dog. And maybe you had something in mind from the beginning of class as far as letting go to create that lightness for transitions, right? Or maybe take a moment right now and just see if something shifted. Next, inhale, shift forward to that high plank position. Go ahead and bend the knees, bend the elbows, lower the thighs, the hips, and the chest. Yeah. And so a moment to twist and back bend. We're going to extend the left arm, keep the right hand under that right shoulder, left ear to the mat, right toes, reach back, and a little tap from here. Bring it on back. And switch sides. Right arm reaches long, right ear to the floor, and then left toes tap. Yeah. If this feels good, go ahead and keep going from side to side. If this does not feel good in your body and there's another back bend or twist that you'd like to move through, by all means, this is your practice. Let's go one more time to that last side. Yeah. And then coming back to the belly. Go ahead and stack the hands, rest your forehead on the backs of the hands. Just taking a moment, inhaling, sending that breath all the way down the length of the spine to that low back. And then slowly bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and shift through tabletop. And then all the way back to that child's pose. So again, a shape we've already been in today. In fact, rounding out our practice where we started. Take a moment to recall your intention here. And then take a moment to make a connection between your intention and your practice here today. Next inhale, shift forward. Go ahead and find your way into a comfortable seated position, maybe crossing the ankles or seated on the heels, maybe half lotus, full lotus. And then relaxing the hands in the lap. So keep that connection between your intention and your practice here today. Can you keep that with you as you move off the mat and into the world? Drawing the palms together at your heart. You can gently bow the head. The light and the teacher in me sees the light and the teacher in all of you. Shanti, peace. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much for joining me for our spring slow flow. I hope you enjoyed those transitions. If they felt challenging today, I encourage you to revisit this practice. And I encourage you to maybe experiment with some props like blocks or chairs and just do your best. The fact that you made it to your mat is amazing, and I really appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.